My best friend in the entire world doesn't talk to me anymore, and I'm not talking about not talking to me in a way where I can wait a few days and we will stay the same way as we were when we first met, because the funny thing about when your best friend in the entire world severs all modes of communication, there's nothing you can do but think of time. My best friend in the entire world also happens to be my brother, and while technically we don't have the same father or mother, we both decided when I was 12 years old that if we could choose our own destiny and pick who our family would be, we would choose each other as brothers. Back in whatever grade, when I made the mistake of taking a blade and severing all of the strings inside of me, you were there to catch my fall. It was as simple as that. I had tripped up and gotten too caught up in the ways that people viewed me, like if only they knew me, like if only they knew that I saw my wrists as zippers that I could unzip and climb out of my own skin, like if only they knew that I saw my thighs as canvases that I could write everything I wanted to be, like if only they knew that I saw my fingernails as tools that I could scratch away my own skin. Like a lot of music, like if I could make it through the sensation and the euphoria of self-improvement would make it okay, like if only they knew that what they were saying and doing was giving me the kind of physical and mental pain that takes a whole team of scientists and doctors and needles and pens in the same goddamn house industry or playing in the waiting room to figure out when the pain would stop. And after a while, it did. See, I found out that therapy got boring. Like, yeah, birthright after birthright in regards to controlling my own body was being stripped away from me, but it didn't matter because I had made a friend who loved me for who I was, and it was good for a really long time, and I was happy. Then one day, your guardian angel put in its 2-week notice, and depression knocked on your door and brought along tears and panic disorders and anxiety attacks, and you stopped going to school because you just couldn't handle it. And your sun turned to moonlight, and your room became candlelit, and even when losing more weight than you gained because your body just rejected it, and I, without any confirmation, could not deal with the fact that my best friend in the entire world was going through so much pain, so I went insane trying to find ways to ingrain in your brain that you were loved. You have to believe that you were loved. You decided the only way to remake yourself was to erase the past, like shaking an Etch-a-Sketch or resetting a chessboard, and you literally threw your entire life against the wall and shattered it on the ground. And you viewed me as collateral damage in your personal cleansing. And sadly, I'm sorry to say that since you left, time has passed, and my world has changed a whole lot. It scares me sometimes that time isn't always a constant, even though time is always a constant reminder of all the time that we haven't had time to relive again. So I act like I'm experiencing everything for the first time because I'm terrified by what places I visited for the last time. And now that I'm running out of time, I wish I had the time to tell you that you taught me how to be happy. You taught me that the future was a goal to look forward to rather than a death sentence. See, I made the mistake of believing that the point of life is to die someday, and it's really about how the decisions you make while living affect you and those around you. One day your life is going to flash before your eyes, and I pray that it's worth watching, because I am always haunted by the idea that I am somehow wasting my life with what I believe is important now, but until that day, I'll just have to blindly believe that someday this pain will be useful. I'll miss you, friend. See you on the other side.